Hi everyone. So I thought I would just do a quick update because I did do a video on a course that I just completed, which was the Research Foundation's objective assessment based course. So it was my only test in the whole program. And it was, like I mentioned, go watch that video. I mentioned that it wasn't an easy exam, and I did some very strategic things in my study strategies to finish it in 10 days, even though they recommended that I complete it in 6 weeks. So I was able to accelerate the process. Now, so at this point, I've completed 9 courses, and I have an additional 4 courses, like courses, and then 1 capstone, which you can say is a course, but it's a project, a big project. Now, the way my program works is that these courses that lead up to the capstone are like building blocks. So, for example, you do an annotated bibliography, a literature review, you establish your research problem, your research statement, your research question, or whatnot, and then you design instruments for your action research project, and you can carry that forward into the actual capstone, which is basically an actual investigation with a certain group of participants that you've established as related to your educational context, because I'm in the Masters of Curriculum and Instruction program, which is an education degree. And then you write a big report and do a presentation that you submit to finalize the degree. So at this point, I basically am a little bit in a tricky situation, because if I want to complete my program in 6 months, which is basically the 1 term, I need to like finish these 4 courses within a week, which sounds impossible, but I will say it might be possible. It's a little bit like daunting, but so the reason why I need to finish so I need to finish these courses in basically by the end of November is because I need to actually apply for an extension. You can apply for an extension for your capstone project in a master's degree, which gives you 1 additional month. And I need to apply a whole month in advance. So the end of my program is actually the end of December, but I need to apply basically by the end of November if I want that extension. And my thinking is I really do need that extension to finish the degree in this 1 term. So really, I wouldn't be finishing in 6 months. I'd be finishing in like 6.5 or 7 months. Now, originally I thought, oh, I can just apply for the extension when, I don't know, sometime in December, or when I feel like if I need it. But my understanding is you need to apply a month in advance. And I didn't know that until recently. And so I was just kind of taking my time. And then now it's kind of like, uh-oh, if I want to apply, I need to finish these 4 courses now. So my mentor is basically, this might be kind of an impossible task for you, but she really does believe in me because I have been able to get a lot done so far. So she said basically just try to finish at least 2 of the 4 research courses, like the writing courses. By writing, they're all performance assessments. Finish those by the end of the month, and she said she'll see if she can create a case on giving me an exception for that extension, and maybe in the middle of December I can apply to it. Now, it's not even the only requirements is to finish those 4 courses and then apply. You need to finish the 4 courses and then do 2 parts of the capstone project, which include ethics approval. So that also poses an issue, because you need to basically have your research ready to go, submit it to get it approved, to say, hey, this is legitimate research, and there's no conflict of interest with my participants, which for many people in my program are students, because a lot of us are teachers. So that also becomes an issue, because I might be doing my research in a university, so I need to get ethics approval from my WGU as well as my university, and my university is massive and things take forever. So I'm kind of using this pressure to push me to finish a lot of these last courses, whether I'm able to do it in the 1 term, or it's very possible I have to pay for another term, which would be unfortunate because I still feel like I'll finish in January. And in January would be that additional month that I would need. But if I can't get that extension or apply to it, I'll have to pay again for another term. And as a Canadian, I also pay more than everyone else because I have to pay for the exchange. So, whatever the exchange is, it's generally I pay an extra $1,000 or whatnot. That's what I did the first term. So I will just say that this first course in the research, well, just so you know, the first course is actually that objective assessment, which is done. I checked that off, it's done. I finished it earlier than I expected it even. The second course is an annotated bibliography and research literature review. And in 2 days, I was able to do the annotated bibliography, which I just submitted last night at midnight. And that annotated bibliography was 17 pages long. It's more like 16 because it's a cover page. So let's say 16 pages, which is about 5,000 words. And I did that in 2 days. And that's because I kind of have this fire under my butt to get things done. And tonight I have to basically write a whole literature review in one night after work. So keep in mind, I'm still teaching, I'm still working at my other job, and so I'm doing this all in the evening. So it's not even that yesterday and the day before I did an annotated bibliography during 2 full days. I did it in the evenings and worked basically till midnight both nights. Woke up at 8, started working on my day job, and then in the evenings I have to do more writing. As I said in other videos, I hate doing that. I really don't like doing work, and then school, and that's my life. But I may have to do that for the next, it's very possible for the next at least 3 weeks or so, or maybe more. So anyways, the next step for me would be, again, to write this literature review. Maybe I can do that in a day or night or whatnot, or tomorrow night I can finish it up. Then I have to start the next research course, which I can do maybe in a weekend. And then I'll contact my mentor, see if she can grant me some more time to apply for this extension, and then finish the next research course and the next one, and then I'll start this capstone and kind of tie everything up. So what's really important for those who are in my situation is you really have to think about your research problem and your research question pretty quickly in the process prior to actually launching into this research project. And if you want to make it applicable, you really have to think about why it would be relevant to your work. So for me, I'm really thinking about, first of all, my strengths. I'm not trying to do a research investigation on something I have no knowledge about. So I'm very knowledgeable in design thinking. I'm very knowledgeable in working with university students. I'm very knowledgeable in career development the fields, which I haven't talked too much about on my channel. So I'm trying to frame a project around those things, and I'm just trying to figure out, well, what is my research issue that I'm trying to solve here? So I need to do that in order to basically do these projects fast. So I'm basically just brainstorming really, really hard here to come up with something, kind of a real world problem, which is action research. Just so you all know, in the Masters of Education program, or Masters of Science in Curriculum Instruction, it is an action research project. Though there is a revamped curriculum right now where that if you are to enroll in this program, it won't necessarily be action research. It'll include other research methods, which could be qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods as well. So anyways, there's the update. There's a bit of information on my program, where I'm at. Hopefully that gives you a glimpse. Otherwise, I will check in a couple weeks or so and tell you where I'm at.